Hey everyone, this video is going to cover sessions 7, 8, and 9. Now let me draw your attention to the due dates document that's located in the top of the Moodle course. And I want you to see that session 7, 8, and 9 is all part of one deadline day. And I know that sounds like a lot. It is. I tried to choose 3 of the sessions that wouldn't overburden you to combine together. But we do have 3 sessions, sessions 7, 8, and 9, all due before 8 a.m. on June the 20th. The good thing about these 3 sessions is that it is just chapter reading and quizzes and journal. So no writing assignments looped in with sessions 7, 8, and 9. Session 7 is on deviance. This is probably a favorite topic of mine when we are talking about sociology and applying it to the real world, because deviance is something that is relative to the person. So you are going to read chapter 8 in Revel and complete quizzes 8.1 through 8.6, and then that final chapter 8 quiz. As a reminder, you guys are you're already doing great, but the access to the textbook is here in the textbook and course information section. So make sure that you are clicking on that to access the courseware, which will allow you to do the chapter readings and quizzes. Once you get done with the chapter 8 reading, you are going to move into the Deviance Journal. We're going to watch a crash course video on deviance and then complete the journal assignment. You're also doing great with the formatting. There's a few of you that are kind of missing this step. So just as a reminder, you're going to copy the information in between the dotted lines. You're going to click the Start or Edit My Journal Entry button, paste that formatting into the entry box, and then you are going to answer in paragraph form and change the font color of your response so it is easy for you to see that you have, in fact, completed a college level paragraph, okay? I will tell you that this journal asks you to identify some deviant behaviors that are only deviant when society labels them as such. And the example that I've given you here is deviance is considered sleeping in a tent if you are in the middle of a city center on a sidewalk. Okay, so we look at that and we say that's deviant. You shouldn't do that. A lot of cities have ordinances against that, but if you're in the woods at a campsite sleeping in a tent, that is not considered deviant. So that is an example of how deviance is so interesting when we kind of look at it in society, because there are things that we consider deviant in certain circumstances and not in others. A bathing suit would be the same thing. You see somebody walking down the beach wearing a bathing suit, you don't think anything of it. You go to the grocery store and somebody's shopping in a bathing suit, you're going to think that's a little weird. All right. The next topic, which would be session 8, is global stratification. And stratification is one of those things where we're essentially putting people in lines. We are making a hierarchy of who is on top, who is in the middle, and who is at the bottom. So we're going to talk about global stratification in session 8, and then we're going to talk about how we stratify people in the United States in session 9. So we call that social class in the United States, but when we look at it globally, we call it global stratification. That is chapter 9. Global stratification quizzes 9.1 through 9.9 you will complete as you read that chapter, and then you will complete the chapter 9 quiz at the bottom, or at the end of the chapter, excuse me. All right. When you're done doing the chapter 9 reading and quizzes, you are going to complete the social stratification theories journal. And this crash course video walks you through several sociologists who presented thoughts and ideas on global stratification. One of those theories is called the Davis and Moore theory. So that is a set of sociologists that had an opinion about stratification. Then we're going to discuss a little further Karl Marx and his means of production. And then after you explain each one of those theories in the journal assignment here, you're going to tell me which one do you feel like you most align with? Which one do you feel like you mostly can see in our society? Just as a reminder, journal assignments need to be complete sentences in paragraph form. This is college level writing. So when I'm looking at your journal assignment, I should see 3 strong paragraphs here for each one of the required responses. And then moving into session 9, we are talking about social class in the United States. You probably are aware of this if you have spent any time taking classes in middle school, in high school, watching the news, anything like that. You're aware of social class. We have lower class, we have poor, we have working poor, we have middle class, upper middle class, the elite, the super rich, all those kinds of labels that we have put on people in the United States. So you are going to read chapter 10 to further learn about social class in the United States. Those are quizzes 10.1 through 10.7, and then at the end of chapter 10, the chapter 10 quiz. This is a chapter that is very interesting to me. I have done a lot of research on poverty in the United States and across the world in my sociology work. So poverty is something that is near and dear to my heart, and I enjoy learning more about that and listening to ways that countries or cities or towns are working to combat some of that. You are going to complete the social class components journal once you finish that chapter 10 work. And this is going to send you back into the textbook. So you are not going to watch a video for this journal, but you are going to go back into section 10.1 of your chapter, the section entitled What is Social Class? And you are going to read, reread, and refamiliarize yourself with the 3 components of social class, which are property, power, and prestige. And you are going to essentially take the information that you have gained from section 10.1 and you are going to apply it to your journal entry here. You're going to tell me what social class means to you. Okay, that's an opinion question. As long as you're able to explain it and be thorough, you're good to go there. And then you are going to outline for me what property means as far as social class goes and how that contributes to social class standing. And you're going to do the same thing for power, explaining what that means and how it contributes, and prestige, explaining what prestige means as it pertains to social class and how it contributes. So you're going to spend quite a bit of time rereading section 10.1 to familiarize yourself with the 3 P's is what we call them. All right, so just to recap, session 7, 8, and 9 are all due before the 8 a.m. deadline on June the 20th. So you are going to have 3 chapters of journal, 3 chapters of textbook reading and quizzes, and then 3 journals for the June 20th before 8 a.m. deadline. Please make sure that you spend some time working ahead once you get finished with your session 5 and session 6 work in order to get this session 7, 8, and 9 done before the deadline. I know that 3 sessions is a lot, but we are squeezing in twice the work in half the time during the summer. So we are trying to get all of this packed in so we can get done with the summer work. Reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. I'm only an email away, and I'm always here to help you.